Why is the Prophet coming from Jerusalem and not from Mecca? And why is the Elmkuk of the Russian space coming from Kazakhstan and not from Russia despite the very high cost of materialism? Dr. Ali Ansar Kili assured the Syrian physicist that the doors of the sky are heavily guarded, and the jinn and demons cannot pass through them, while astronauts can access through it to make it easier for the human being to show them the great signs of the future, as she pointed out. The holy verse, he explained that heaven is not an open space, as some believe, but there are doors that can only be dressed through it. Dr. L. Kelly says, and for that I am currently having a TV show that will be the first of its kind in the world, through which I invite the other side to the scientific dialogue. Because the other side needs scientific science, not just text and guidance, and I will address directly the Soviet Union, which is a superpower, and I tell them, your country is a superpower. When you want to go to space, why go to the Republic of Kazakhstan? To a center in Kazakhstan, and your state is able to build an airbase, why not get the vehicles out of the Soviet territory? Indeed, the sky is open in front of her, and every trip she has to take permission from another country and pay $100 million for every trip. The answer will be, the Soviet Union has no August to Hef. Ed. Adding, it is a matter that is a right to me, so I prove from this information that we have Arab nationality 2 astronauts, one is a Saudi national and the other is Syrian from Aleppo, and he is G. Errol Mohammed Faris, and he is a personal friend. When I asked him, why did you go to Kazakhstan and say, the Russians have told us that there is no land on their territory door to heaven despite th great size of their country. He added, if we go to Europe, we will address the European space program via satellite, or a visit to them, and ask them, why do you go to Argentina to French Guiana to get into space? The NWER will be, Europe is complete, with no August to heaven. They are forced to carry their rocket at sea with heavy security and at great cost to go to French Guiana in Argentina. He continues by saying, G. And if we go to America, and it is a great country, we notice that the spaceship launch center on Merritt Island in the Atlantic Ocean, and often the shuttle is delayed by the presence of thunderstorms, and delaying the journey as it is known to have financial consequences and to return accounts. So we say to them, you have the desert of Nevada, which is a rare rain desert where there is no cloud at all. The answer will be, that there is no door to the sky, and here I will present my Quran, which says, and if we were to be opened by a pope from heaven, they would be limping, stone 14, with this knowledge and this normal and logical conversation I say to him, there is a verse in the Holy Quran that came down more than 1,400 years ago saying that heaven is not an open space, in Surah Al. And opened the sky I was doors. News 19, the logic is that no one opens a door inside the void, the sky is for Na is a vacuum. Pointing out that the first to discover this truth are the jinn, where he suspect, SWT, on their tongues, and I touched the sky, and we found her filled with heavy guards and meteors, the jinn, and the guards are on the doors, so there's a so-called rain martyrs where the earth hits about 10. A meteor in the clock, but some areas have no rain, and these are called doors, but they have to guard so that the jinn will not pass through them and the demons will rise. 80 kilometers from the ground begins rain martyrs. He added, based on the above, I commented on the Felix leap which was spread out from 80 kilometers high, and by a meeting with me from the Dubs. Sports TV, I assured them that it was never possible, since the layers of our atmosphere, and we built above U7 shaded, report 12, up to 400 kilometers, and at an altitude of a Y kilometers begins stoning the Shabai, this man, if he gets there, will not return. So when I met him in Dubai he said the jump was from a height of 40 kilometers, not from an altitude of 80 km, and Felix confessed to this fact, and we corrected this information, which was a bit of a fallacy. Heavy security. He explained that through those doors there is a shoal that monitors, not random stoning, and the Holy Quran has come with such scientific precision, and I used to make seats for the hearing, so W. listens now finds him a spotted Shehab. The jinn, so the meteor does my job. Monitoring, says fact, SWT, only to kidnap the kidnap, followed by the Shahabr, 10, so how is man crossing this zone? With the space shuttle while the genie, the jinn, is an invisible body that finds a spotted Shehab. Explaining that it is the divine permission of mankind, where he says fact, SWT will show them in the horizon, and in themselves, until they find out that it's right. I separated 53, and this is a very sophisticated scientific God, God Almighty, why did the Miraj operation come from above? Jerusalem and not directly from Mecca. Pointing out that there was a door to the sky from above Jerusalem, and those doors were not in the skies of Mecca, he pointed out that there was a Surah led Surah al-Isra. The Isra is known as the horizontal movement, and the Miraj is the vertical movement, explaining that Allah Almighty raised two of His honorable prophets from Jerusalem, and why are our Prophet Isa and Sayyidina Muhammad, as, on them?